So it's great if we're billing our customers, but we kind of need them to get an invoice so they can pay their bill, and there's a couple of ways we can send out those invoices in Sonar. We can email them or we can print them. So let's start with emailing. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my test account here, and we're going to take a look at what it takes to email or print an invoice for a customer. So if I go to General and then Contacts, and I edit this contact, if you look at the email categories down here, if financial is checked, then this contact will get an emailed invoice when billing runs. So financial email category here means the customer gets emailed invoices, they'll get emailed notification of payment success or failure when autopay runs. If you give them a refund, they'll get a notification, that kind of thing. So in this case, this email address is going to get an invoice every month when billing runs. If we go to billing and parameters and then we edit the parameters, there's also an option here to say whether or not we want to include the monthly billing invoices or quarterly or however often you bill. If we want to include those invoices in a print invoice batch. So if this is checked, we'll print invoices. If it's unchecked, we won't. So if this is checked, how do we get the invoices printed? A couple of ways. We can go to Financial, Invoice Print Batch, and you can generate a print batch. And so if you bill once a month, you'd do this monthly. If you bill every day, you'd want to do this every day or every other day or something like that. And we'd pick the date range that we want to print for, and we choose, do we want a detailed transaction list? This will give one or more pages attached to the invoice that shows a list of transactions on the invoice. If this is unchecked, it'll just be a one-pager with totals. And do we want to exclude paid invoices? So if this is unchecked, we'll include all the billing invoices for that month, even if they've already been paid. If we check this, we won't include it. Once we generate those invoices, we'll go to Batch History. There'll be a link here to download the invoice. It'll be a single PDF that you'll print, and then you can use your envelope stuffing machine or whatever you do to get those mailed out. We do have another option to make this easier. If you don't want to do this manually, you can go to System and then Print to Mail. And this lets you integrate with a third-party print-to-mail service. So for example, if I checked Enabled here, and I pick MailExtreme, you would contact MailExtreme, set up for a service with them, and they are then going to print and mail all your invoices for you. And once this is set up, every month we'll look at who should get printed invoices, we'll send them to MailExtreme, they'll print them, they'll stuff the envelopes, they'll mail them, and you don't have to do anything. So only a couple of simple options to configure here. If it's enabled, the print-to-mail provider we want to use, do we want single or double-sided printing, and then a username and password for MailExtreme service.